I started noticing the house changing things weeks after moving in. Not big things, just small corrections, like it was editing me. The first time, I woke up and found my shoes facing the opposite direction, both pairs, neatly rotated, toes pointing toward the closet instead of the door. I shrugged it off. Maybe I kicked them. Maybe I was half asleep. Fine. The second time, I found my car keys on the dining table instead of the counter. I don't forget things like that, ever. But I still forced myself to believe it was me. But then, the house got bolder. One night I woke at 2:57 a.m. because my bed felt straighter. That sounds stupid, but it's the only word for it, perfectly aligned with the walls. When I went to sleep, it was angled slightly, like every normal bed, but now it sat dead center. Like someone spent time measuring the space around it. I didn't hear anything move. No footsteps, no dragging, just silence, thick like someone was holding their breath. The next morning, the living room was rearranged, not wildly, just shifted a few inches to the left. The whole layout, couch, lamp, bookshelf, rug, all of it, perfectly parallel again, like the house hated asymmetry. I stood there for 10 minutes, convincing myself I wasn't losing it. But things escalated fast. A week later, I woke up on the living room floor, not lying down, sitting upright in the middle of the rug with my back perfectly straight, hands resting on my knees like I'd been posed. My neck felt warm. When I touched it, I found a faint red line running across my skin from ear to ear. Not a cut, just pressure, as if something had held my head still for a long time. I moved out of the living room and slept in the car that night. The next day, every mirror in the house was angled slightly toward where I normally stand, like they'd been waiting for me, studying me. The worst part wasn't the mirrors, it was what I saw. When I stepped into frame for a split second, my reflection didn't move with me, just a blink, but it stayed still watching, like it didn't agree with where I was standing. That was the first time I felt real fear. I tried to leave, packed a bag, grabbed my keys, but the front door wouldn't unlock. The deadbolt spun freely, like it wasn't attached to anything anymore. The windows wouldn't budge. The house didn't want me out. Around midnight, I heard furniture shifting again, not subtly this time. Heavy dragging, precise scraping, like the house was reorganizing itself with purpose. The sound stopped outside my bedroom door. Then came the breathing, not loud, not monstrous, just steady, calm, like someone was adjusting their posture, preparing to focus. When the door opened by itself, I didn't run. I felt something in the room straighten my spine. My head lifted on its own. My arms fell to my sides. The house was aligning me, preparing me, finishing whatever it had been, adjusting piece by piece since I moved in. I'm writing this with my back pressed against the wall, held upright by something I can't see. Every bone in my body feels positioned, like I'm being fit into a shape that isn't mine. The closet door across from me just opened a few inches. I think the house is ready for the final correction, and I'm terrified I already know what part of me doesn't line up.